ready for another lesson?
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Back Row Banter, your favorite casual movie talk podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Adam Schwartz. On this week's episode, we'll be talking about the movie Anaconda. I'm going to add in the 2025 there because, of course, there's other movies by the name of Anaconda slash the original version of this film. But, of course, before we get to any of that, I'm joined today by not a wedding video, Nathaniel Gingrich.
What up, folks? This is not a wedding video. In fact, it's a podcast.
It's a wedding film. It's a
too.
podcast.
That too.
Yeah. Been thinking about starting a wedding film business.
There you go.
Actually, yeah, it's crazy that
it'd be lucrative.
I was gonna say it's a good thing.
It's one word for it.
I mean, it could be effective.
It could be. You never know these days.
I mean, as long as people continue to get married.
There's that.
Nowadays, with newer generations, people are just like eloping, and they could give two shits. Weddings have become like a pipe dream, and some people also don't care to have them.
If anything, like maybe the rush of social media has meant that you want to have that pro video footage nowadays too. If you are that's gonna be your only
people pay top dollar for their wedding videos.
Only evidence you have here.
But it's all about what it is. It's all about the wedding paintings now. Did you have a wedding painter at your wedding, Tyler? Do you have a wedding painting?
You were there, idiot. Did you see one?
You could have paid me to do it. It wouldn't look very good.
You can't paint.
I mean, I can, but by technicality, I can. In fact,
also, my wife and I come out looking like a fucking caricature.
I mean, it'd be worse than that. I mean, it would be very abstract.
I was gonna say, is a wedding enough time to paint a full portrait? Like, I feel like you got to have some of it done ahead of time.
Most artists will get like a very good base going with like colors and like a good like outline, and then it'll take them like 3 weeks before you actually get your full painting.
I was gonna say,
right?
Yeah.
That sounds like something white people came up with and wanted to put on Instagram.
Yeah, but it's cool. I don't know. I mean, I make fun of it. I do think the live paintings are cool. They are. I mean, I've heard crazy prices that some people have paid for them. I was actually the wedding I went to, my girlfriend's wedding in Mississippi. They had a live wedding painter. That was the first time I'd seen one. Didn't see how it the end product because she was in the middle of making.
I think it'd be really funny to have one. I saw. Really funny to have one, and then it is just either a caricature artist or like a Bob Ross dude, just like painting something completely different.
It's like one of those guys you'll find at amusement parks that it's like the big cartoon heads and stuff like that.
Yes. That is what a caricature artist is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that's what you were referring to. Got it. But yes, that'd be funny.
You've just got huge buck teeth in your wedding painting.
And that's it. That's my brother has a friend who I hope he doesn't mind me talking about this, but who didn't want a photographer at his wedding and was just going to pay them for
just got a court.
It was either no photographer or they just wanted it for the ceremony. And like Scott and his friends had to try to convince him. And I think they eventually succeeded to be like, hey, you should really reconsider that. And he did a lot of funky things with his wedding. And I think it all turned out well. But that was something that
maybe
his friends were like, you should probably have a photographer there.
Save some money. Get one of those.
Right around like $2,000 for our wedding photography.
Yeah.
Get one of those.
That's kind of cheap. That's on the cheaper end. I feel like I know some. Yeah.
The courtroom sketch artists. Maybe get one of those guys in there just to have it done speed style.
That'd be cool. I like that. Also joining us today is Too Long Tied Tyler Badelis.
I'm too long.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I'm the longest one in the group.
Lato Atreides the second.
I think we're all pretty long. I think we're all pretty relatively close to being long to one another.
We are.
We're a long group.
We're tall. We're a long and tall podcast, especially.
We're a big and tall
entertainment podcast.
Kind of group.
It's true.
It's great though. I don't have to look down.
Adam's definitely the the most petite, but like height is there. But like as far as like
Yeah,
just
but
overall bulk,
He doesn't
But
have
if you had to, I'm for sure like if you had to pick one of the four of us who was like who's the longest, it would be me. I mean, yeah, I definitely look like a bit of a string bean sometimes. You know, I'm self-aware.
He
all right?
doesn't,
I understand.
he doesn't have full man strength yet. It's coming in, but he hasn't
It
got
is
that
coming in.
that base layer
you
yet.
really So you get like your teenage strength, and then like once what are you thinking like 28 to like 30?
Yeah,
You kinda
28
hit,
to
like, a new
30.
level?
Yeah, you fill out a little bit
Okay.
more.
And then depending on if you like whenever you have a kid, you get another
That's true.
A little extra
dad
dad
strength.
boost.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which you can,
So
if you decide not to have children, you can translate into uncle strength, into unk strength as well too. But that's a little different as well too, because that's a lot more. It's a little bit more. Like I feel like dad strength is the is slow twitch, where unk strength is a little bit fast twitch muscle.
Sure.
yeah, I feel like the power bands are just different,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
dad strength tends to just have a bit more of a higher level peak, and it's a very steep climb, whereas uncle
Sure.
strength still gets you pretty close to that same peak
Yeah.
level, but the power band for uncle strength is just more linear.
Yeah,
And on the
exactly.
off chance that you get both, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Because
That
I
is
already
cool.
have uncle strength now. So
I mean,
it's just now
I'm gaining it. I'm gaining it. I'm just kicked in.
But yeah,
It's filling
it
out a
gets
little
pretty
bit.
crazy, dude.
Mhm.
Oh shit.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Next year we're just gonna be a real wide podcast. We're just gonna focus on width.
Just all
To make-
lats.
Gonna make our in-person episodes be just like
Just
we're all
come in,
crammed
just-
together because we can't spread out at all.
You can't see
Yeah,
it because
great.
I'm wearing black and like everything behind me
Can't-
is black. But
Can't color
Yeah,
my hair or can't wash my hair anymore because my biceps and delts are too large.
I used to not be able to touch my shoulders after like arm day. I would be sitting here like this, and like because of everything was just so tight, I
Yeah.
would not be able to like touch my shoulders.
Speaking of
Yeah, I've been there.
unk and dad status, I was on a 4-day vacation this last week. I did yoga every day.
I
Just-
didn't do
and-
anything. I didn't get called up for naked yoga on the porch like the old days.
I mean, the invitation's always open, but
you didn't want to flow.
it was it was a little cold out there, a little windy. I was
We're the long podcast. Cold doesn't bother us.
That's true. But man, like I still feel like my body's still wrecked. I feel like I like put a dent into like the amount of work I got to get back to after that, man. But yeah, I mean, shout out Do Yoga With Me, their YouTube channel. It's keeping me in shape these days.
Nice.
They got
I'm
a
thinking about starting that because
Dude, they
since
got-
I've had this commute, my body is just collapsing in and of itself. And
They got a
it's been
hamstring
uphill battle.
low back and hip
Yeah,
deep release.
I need the hamstring.
Oh
man,
man, it is.
Ugh.
I
That
did it
hip
yesterday.
Deep release. That sounds delightful.
I'll send you the link. It's
Please genuinely send it to me because I need some kind of
I
routine.
did it
need to start
yesterday.
doing some kind of physical activity.
Yes, brother. I'll hit you up.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm starting to hit that point. You guys make fun of me for being young, but I am 25, and I mean it's hitting me.
It's starting.
You guys are
Slowly
just
but surely.
in you guys are all in like in the middle of relationship like life too right now.
That too.
So it's
Right.
tough, man. Especially like if
Right.
you don't live with your significant other.
Yeah.
The time that is like could be spent working out, you're like, well, I could just, go hang out with my
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Or you're staying
Yeah.
over at their
And-
place or something as well too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been there, dude. It's
Yeah.
and it doesn't really get any better until you
No,
decide
I
to
know.
get married, and then you're like, well, now I have to go to the gym for at least a year, and then after
Yeah.
that you're like, well, fuck it. I'm kind of chill right now. But speaking of, getting back into shape and everything, I have to get back into the gym. I actually am like this close to deciding what gym I want to get back to, and
Nice.
so yeah, it's gonna hopefully.
I miss working out. I just like with my commute now, it's just I get home, I make
Yeah.
dinner, and I don't have any time.
You guys,
I've never been
you don't have like because you guys are in like an apartment building, not like a complex, so you guys don't have a gym
Right.
like in your stuff.
No, but there's one that's affordable. That's a couple block walk. So it's like I have a gym available to me. It's just like
I've never been a gym
I've been
person, man.
contemplating. Yeah, I've been contemplating about hitting up Nathaniel and being like, "Yo, let me just get that card so I can just come in and out whenever I want." Because I mean,
Anytime
that
you
was
need.
like genuinely, that was one of the places where I got like jacked at. That was a good gym for me in there.
I'm so much more. I'd rather just exercise via some sort of game or play or like thing like that.
That's
right. I've never been good or consistent about like being a gym person and that kind of thing. Like running or like walking outside somewhere, I can kind of do, but like it's just treadmills and like weightlifting and stuff like that. Man, like I can't. I'd rather do a yoga class. I'd rather do Pilates or something like that.
Which is like, hey man, I mean, you don't. Everyone works out differently. Like you don't have to weight train and do all that stuff. So I really wanted to this summer get back into playing tennis. I've got some friends. I got a friend in the city who plays.
Throw away your golf career?
No, I mean, of course not.
I mean, baseball's right there.
I'm itching every day.
It's gonna ruin everything.
The baseball might be. That career might have ended. Not
spectacularly.
I mean,
it's gonna totally ruin your swing, dude. You can't do that.
Are you worried about
different swings? Different swings.
It's gonna ruin you.
Different swings.
Oh, right. That's what I'm saying. You're going to be playing your body's going to be like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to hit down on the fucking ball? Or do you want me to cross over on my body?
I'm an athletic phenom, all right? I can track whatever.
That is true.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the slice is not going to get fixed this season if he plays tennis.
But my slice in tennis, I mean, it's on point. I mean, that backhand slice, it's just... but no, I want to get back and playing tennis, get some cardio and other, just be more active. And so looking forward to doing that and golf, of course. Golf, though, is just, I mean, it is more of a workout than I anticipated it being.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not.
And you haven't really even walked yet. You've been riding most courses.
I haven't. No, I haven't walked a single time. Which is privileged for sure. But which I maybe I should consider trying to that out at some point this summer.
We'll do that this season. We'll walk at least a 9.
Time. Okay.
Yeah, that's how I learned to play. Was we walked every day.
You couldn't. You weren't allowed to.
Yeah, we walked
especially if
everywhere.
you were like on like a high school team like that. They treat that like it's like an actual tour. You are not.
Right.
You're not allowed to ride.
Yeah, you're carrying your bag. You're carrying everything with you. That's one of those things where you look back and you're like, bro, I used to walk on a golf course in like 115 degrees with a bag on, and just play 9 and just be like, no, I'm fine. What the fuck was wrong with me?
100%. Yeah,
different, dude. Built different.
It's just
I would have tennis practice or tournament or games and stuff, and I still sometimes go to the gym after.
You're 17, you're just like, wow, you're made of bubblegum and magic.
Yeah, exactly. Good times, man.
Good times.
And there's no going back for now. Maybe later down the road.
Should we start talking about the movie?
Nah.
I guess. I mean, we could do that, I guess. Welcome, listeners, to the main review segment of the podcast. We're going to go ahead and talk about Anaconda.
Down a man. We didn't address that. We are down.
Oh yeah, forgot to address that part. Blake had a last minute conflict, couldn't come out. So we do have his pre-spoiler and post-spoiler review. I don't see a ranking in here, so I'm gonna send him another message quick and see if he wants to give us a ranking. But I think he's busy right now, so if he can't give it to us now, we can always get it later. But we have reviews from Blake, so it's going to be not a bit of sizzle, regular episode, but of course, just the three of us. But of course, that was too many, but of course, is back to back. Nathaniel, if listener hears him, or maybe they've just forgotten, can you give them a rundown of how our review segment works?
Yeah, folks, if you're perhaps new here or you've just forgotten, the way the review segment works here on Back Row Banter, it is split into 2 sections. There's the non-spoiler section, then there's the spoiler section. It's pretty self-explanatory. In the non-spoiler section, we'll go over who wrote it, who directed it, who's in it, all that good stuff. Go around the squadron, tonight a triumvirate, and decide if we would recommend the movie. It's got to be a yes or no. There is no nuance on the internet. And then after that, we'll rank it, or actually we'll go into any deeper thoughts we have about the movie, any plot twists or anything like that, and then we'll rank it up on our Entropy list, which is our big list of everything we've watched on the podcast ranked. If you haven't had anything ranked for you yet, or are you curious about it, go ahead and check on our Entropy list, which is our big list of everything we've watched on the podcast ranked. That's on Letterboxd. That will get you in the know. With that being said, Adam, tell me about Anaconda 2025.
I would love to. This is a new movie, of course, rated PG-13 and a runtime of 1 hour, 39 minutes and an IMDb rating of 6.0 out of 10. The cast include... I'm sorry, I always skip over the freaking director. Directed by Tom Gormican. Let's see, I am not too familiar. His previous directing credits
that
include...
Awkward Moment was his debut, and then the second
Unbearable Weight of
film
Massive Talent.
is-
I liked that
yep,
movie.
with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
I have not seen it, but I've heard
And
good
those are
things
his
and I want to
only
watch it.
two before this.
I liked
Yeah, and he's got a couple writing credits mixed in there as well, but so he seems like he's relatively new on the scene.
Unbearable Weight of Massive
but,
Talent was a good time.
Yeah, I heard good things. So what else?
That Awkward Moment was actually pretty good too. That's got some pretty good comedic little moments in it.
Cool. Haven't seen that one either. Written by Tom Gormican and Kevin at.and, I'm gonna go with. And then it's credits to Hans Bauer, Jim Cash, and Jack Epps Jr. for the original credits of Anaconda. What year was the original one?
Is that 98? 97 maybe?
Anaconda, 1997.
The
Wow.
year my brother was born.
There you have
3
it.
years before
Shout
I
out
was
Noah.
born.
Shout out Noah.
Shout out Noah.
Noah number
cool.
1. Original Noah.
Yeah, the OG.
OG. Yeah. The cast includes Jack Black, Paul Rudd, Stephen Zahn. Is it Zahn or Zahn?
I think it's Zane, technically.
Zane?
Yeah.
I guess I've never really just heard that pronounced. I mean, I recognize him, obviously. I just never really. Anyway, Thandaway Newton, Daniela Melchior. What a sick last name. Sounds like a Pokemon. Is it a Pokemon?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sultan.
Sultan.
The only Pokemon that has to do with the milk is Miltank, and it's a pink cow. So
Okay. All right. Sultan Mello is here as well. And then I'm gonna leave it there. There's some other names that could be mentioned, but I won't, and might be somewhat spoilery. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That is definitely our main cast. The IMDb summary reads as follows: a group of friends are going through a midlife crisis. They decide to remake a favorite movie from their youth, but encounter unexpected events when they enter the jungle. Okay. I mean, that's just such a boring summary.
It's Anaconda does Tropic Thunder.
Sure.
Ish.
Yeah. I mean, full disclosure on my part here, fellas. I didn't know this was a remake / reboot until I watched this movie.
We talked about it.
I know, and it just kind of went over my head of like, I was just kind of like, I don't know. It like half clocked in my brain, but I didn't fully piece it together that this was like a remake. So like, I just had no idea
weird,
until
right?
like, they started talking about it, and then I was like, oh, I remember you guys or somebody or something like mentioning an original one or whatever. So
because like we definitely did the giant animal comes after us after Jaws, right? That starts with Jaws,
right? Tremors.
Really. Got Tremors, but like you have things like Orca and like The Prophecy, which I think was like a bear or something like that. There was like a whole genre of them for a while there after Jaws came out, right? And then you hit the mid 90s and you get Lake Placid, and then I think you get Anaconda right afterwards as well too. And it almost has this kind of like little mini, not revolution, revitalization,
Sure.
there in the kind of like the late
Renaissance.
90s. Renaissance, there you go. In the late 90s, early thousands. And like It's true. Like this movie both is in the fact that it's like just a big like a studio comedy, and the fact that it is like harkening back to those like creature feature movies that like you just don't really get too many of those out there anymore overall. Like I feel like the last movie I saw where like animals were trying to kill somebody was Crawl, which I think is like 2018.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear, sure. That's 2020, 2021, I think, maybe. But even that had like a little bit more tongue-in-cheek to it as well, too, versus like the original Anaconda's played completely straight, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely treated more like a real
Yeah, like a Jaws
creature
or
feature.
yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's meant to be serious.
So here we are. It's 2025, 2026 now.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry about that.
Time jump.
Yeah.
And we're back. And I don't hate the concept of this one right out the gate.
Yeah, so I mean, I will say I haven't seen the original. Didn't really know it existed until less than a week ago. And that being said, and so I have no personal affinity, obviously, for the original. But that being said, I feel like understanding the context of this movie, I like kind of that they handled it the way they did and just kind of made it a canon movie kind of thing. And didn't, it wasn't quite like a requel, where it's kind of like that a little bit, but it's not like the
it's more 21 Jump Street
same timeline. Yeah, sure. Yeah, a little 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say
it doesn't
21
take
is like the
place.
other one that comes to mind because the original 21 Jump Street is also supposed to be a very serious show. It's not a comedic take on it at all. So yeah, that was gonna be my other point of reference is 21.
Yeah. So yeah, I like how they handled this personally. Do you guys agree, having seen the original?
Well, a bit of sizzle for you. I've actually not seen the original. I thought I had. I've only seen Anaconda Hunt for the Blood Orchid, the second one that came out like 7 years later in 2005.
Wait, there's a sequel?
Yeah.
This is fucked. This
That's awesome.
So I've seen bits from the original, but I have not actually seen the original. I genuinely thought that I had, but yeah, apparently I never did. So this movie then enters kind of a weird space where like I got all of the references, but realized that I didn't have the like what is it called, like initial source. It wasn't a first one
primary source.
Yeah, primary source. Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have any primary source to refer back to. It was all tertiary or secondary sources.
Sure.
So yeah, I found myself having a good time with this one. I think I told the group like there was a couple moments in the theater where I legitimately laughed out loud. And for a comedy after Christmas, I'm kind of in for that, So it hit a nice spot for me. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the characters, or I should say the comedians in their performances. I thought it was interesting that they're kind of playing against type, like almost the roles that you would expect them to be in are kind of reversed in some ways, where like Paul Rudd's the more a flaky one, and like Jack Black seems to be the more like earnest, like, well, I want to do my job, or I have he's the straight man to Paul Rudd's much more kind of flighty character. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. Just had a pretty decent time with it. Like, in a world where we have a bunch of different requels or something every other week, like this one feels like one that maybe most times I wouldn't give two thoughts to, but just kind of hit the sweet spot in the middle of the year, or at the end of the year, I should say, where I didn't really want to have to think too much and enjoyed my time in the theater with it. So, yeah.
I'd say I'm pretty on board with that. I think I think I didn't love this movie. Like, this is not one I'm like gonna preach about forever and ever.
It kind of
and maybe not
reminded
one that
me. Have you seen the movie Without a Paddle? There's no way you have.
mm-mm.
Tyler, do you know
No.
the movie Without a Paddle? You
Yeah,
have to.
Without a Paddle,
100%.
yeah, for sure.
Like, this kind of reminds me of that in some ways, where it's just like that,
Okay.
like that level of like, no one's really gonna pay attention to this, but I kind of
For sure.
enjoy that it's just it's just a goofy movie to have that's out and that kind of thing. It doesn't really
Yeah.
bother anyone. I don't feel like it's trying to like. I don't feel like it's trying to make money off me by tricking me into thinking it's a different movie than it is, or something like that, or like paying
No,
lip
I think
service
they've
to
been
some
pretty
stuff.
upfront.
Yeah. But it's not being like, well, we're a kids movie or something like that, and marketing itself like
Yeah.
that, and then, has this kind of other thing. Like, I think it just is what it is. I'm cool with that. Also, we might have to get without a paddle on the pod at some point. That would be see how that one's
It's on the
aged.
short list. Yeah. Yeah, didn't love this movie, but like it's totally fine and funny for what it is. Like, I did also laugh out loud at several parts of this movie. I think for me, like, it had a lot of great jokes like sprinkled throughout, but the overall comedic tone of the movie I wasn't always on board for, and it felt like it was kind of changing depending. I mean, parts of the movie felt different tonally in terms of the comedy than others. Sometimes it was going a little bit more slapstick than kind of I was, or the more than I was like into. But like definitely had some good lines and bits that I did thoroughly enjoy. And got some good laughs out of me. So it's hard to say I didn't have a good time, because I did, and it's a fine movie. But it's not one that I'm like, go rush see it in theaters. Like, this is the next best 21 next 21 Jump Streak type of thing. Definitely not along those lines, but it's totally good. And I would say I'd recommend watching it. Not necessarily recommend for the theater unless you have like an A-list and you just want to go see something. Otherwise, I think this is a perfectly good movie to watch on streaming with some friends or whatever it is. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I think you guys are both pretty kind of on point here. I think I'll probably be a little more sour than what the rest of the group is, just because I do have a very nostalgic past to the first one. Not that this one does the first one, the original, like any injustices or anything like that. It's just because they're going two separate directions that it's one that I've grown up with and like known to love, and it is what it is, and it's treated very more seriously, kind of more like a little bit of a horror. We talked about like creature flicks, whereas this one is obviously full-blown comedy. And so yeah, that's kind of where a majority of my struggles stem from. Overall, I don't like hate this movie, but I just think it falls short. Some of my bigger gripes are, I wish it wasn't the cast that it is. So they are 100% taking from the first one, which was 97. And they show you clips of when they were kids and how they grew up at this movie. Given the timelines, you would think that them in this movie are probably somewhere in like their 30s. Well, none of these actors are in their 30s. They're all pushing like 50s. There's more hair and beard dye that you can find on any other set in this movie. It's insane. So that's kind of one of my biggest gripes, is it's very evident that the timelines just don't mix. And so it plays with me a little bit there. The comedy doesn't always hit. It's just going in too many different directions for me. It doesn't really know what it wants to be. And then like one of my biggest things is we only get glimpses of what their actual film is, if that makes sense. Like they're out there making a movie, and you only get small glimpses of what that movie is, of what they actually shot, like their footage. And I wish I would have gotten more of their footage.
Yeah, I do think that would be as well too.
But they do some pretty good fan service. I understand of going to a comedy versus, doing another serious take. I'm kind of glad that they didn't. I don't want them to take away from the original. I think if they tried to remake this would definitely be one of those movies of like, it would probably make the original one worse because of what they did with it. So I'm totally fine with where they went with it. I am probably just more or less not a recommend. I don't overly care for the Minecraft comedy tied into Anaconda, I guess. And that's also a byproduct of when you get somebody like Blackjack who's coming off of a very big children Jack Black.
Blackjack.
When he's coming off such a big film like Minecraft that everybody was obsessed with, it went super, pop culture viral with kids and, like certain amount of age groups. And so I think you see a lot of that in this. And honestly, I forget what the snake handler's name is, but he stole the show for me. He was the best one on screen.
Dude, he was, yeah.
When he was on screen, he was the best one.
What was his character's name? Santiago, Sultan Mello. But yeah, I agree. He had a great performance. But let's get into spoilers so we can just kind of unpack this a little bit more fully. But it sounds like, did you say you are recommend, Tyler?
I'm a not, but we can also read Blake's.
Oh, that's right. Good call. Pre-spoiler review here from BlakeHolder. He said, would recommend a fresh comedy that pulls from Tropic Thunder and a meta approach to filmmaking. Anaconda is a childhood DNA film for me, and this one goes over the top with camp and comedic bits. Not too comedy, getting traction in the theatrical releases. This one, a shot. He did clarify edit for spell check. I did not proofread this, not gonna lie. So I'm assuming let me see if I can decipher what he was trying to say. Not too comedy getting traction in their theatrical release. Maybe he's trying to say not too many comedies get traction in their theatrical release.
I would say so.
This one is shot. I'm assuming he's trying to say, this one is getting some traction in a theatrical comedy release, and I think he's trying to give it some props for it. That's what it seems. But it seems like he's pretty high or pretty positive on it, but also in line with what we were saying, where it's not groundbreaking, but something that he enjoyed. And I didn't know this was a DNA film for him. I didn't know this is one that he goes back to a lot. I guess the timeline would kind of match up. I mean, he was how old is Blake? He just turned 30, right? So he's 5 years older, 4 or 5 years older. So that would line up. Didn't know that. Cool. All right. With all that being said, then it sounds like we have 3 recommends, 1 a not recommend. But we can go ahead and head into spoilers. So if you've not seen Anaconda 2025 and do not want it spoiled for you, go ahead and check the episode description where I've left a timestamp you can jump to. We'll be taken to our ranking of the movie up upon our entropy list.
Up upon Anaconda.
My Anaconda don't. Anaconda don't. My Anaconda. It's hard for me to think of the word Anaconda or anything associated with it without me thinking of that song. I think that's just one that is just so permanently ingrained itself.
I'm guessing you're thinking of are you thinking of the Sir Mix-a-Lot song during that? Or are you thinking of the Nicki Minaj Anaconda song? Yeah.
Nicki Minaj Anaconda song, which obviously is
samples the Sir Mix-a-Lot Baby Got Back.
Yeah. But the Nicki Minaj one is the one that hits for me in my childhood. But of course, it's pulling from the original one. So I guess both. It's not like true. I'm going along to. I guess it's more so the original one because I'm not really going in to sing Nicki Minaj's verse. Like I am really just singing that hook, which is not hers. So maybe it is more the original that I'm pulling from. But that is how I heard that is Nicki Minaj's.
Hard to overstate the chokehold that Baby Got Back had on kids in our generation for
I can only imagine
several years there. Like just the phrase "I like big butts." It's just peak 90s.
I mean that carried over into my childhood too. I mean that was great comedy when I was in first grade.
Sir Mix-a-Lot really I don't know if he knows how much he's given us. Probably does.
He probably does. He's probably collecting a lot of royalties right now.
I hope so. I hope that guy's still rich off that.
Yeah. You know what? He should be. He should be. And you know what? For his sake, I hope he's got a lot of ass in his life.
You
it
know
seems
what?
Like it's really important to him.
I hope he's got.
Seems like it's very
some
important to
big
him,
booties.
and I hope he has got
I think he's
as
good.
many big booties as his heart desires. Yeah.
You might not be getting it too much anymore, but when that song came out,
But
he was peaking.
I mean, think about that.
He's had a lifetime.
That's like
of ass.
Mid '90s. That's when the tiny booty was in. Like he was a counterculture revolutionary at that point.
I mean, yeah, trendsetter. Some could say.
It's true.
It was incredible.
Wow.
Anyways, we're talking about Anaconda.
Yeah, man. I mean, this was a good time.
Yeah, of course they go to like. I actually liked the idea, the like breakaway of like, oh, they run into the Universal Studios doing or Sony rebooting it, and like that
the
kind
yacht
of
in the back.
Yeah.
Right.
That was a whole
We're
great
rebooting Anaconda. It's so good.
So
good.
yeah, I thought that was a nice, clever little kind of like setup, and then how you get Ice Cube back and that kind of thing as well too, and obviously, and then later on J-Lo. I genuinely thought they might get John Voight. So that was the only thing that was one of the few things I knew, was that John Voight was in original Anaconda. And so when Ice Cube comes out, he's like, "Who are you expecting, John Voight?" I was like, "Yeah, a little bit, to be honest." Like,
that would have been cool.
Yeah, that was like the best fan service I think they could have done, is at least having
and taking
someone
it
in there. We got two, so
taking
I was
it.
cool
Yeah, we
with
got
that.
two.
Definitely one of the lines that got the biggest laugh in my theater was the "Nah, Jenny's from the block, she'll be okay."
Yeah, that was good.
But he's like, Stoltz ain't from the block.
Yeah.
That was another one that like a couple saw it with me, and he was laughing pretty hard at that line as well. But yeah, I it ended in a way that I was thinking. I think the Anaconda CGI thing is kind of a little bit hit or miss. I never really felt in any way concerned about the Anaconda, right?
No.
The as Tyler said, the snake buddy or the snake rearer kind of guy that was with them, I thought he was great.
He was
Hathor, or whatever.
Played his role perfectly too.
Yeah, the first snake was incredible as well too. I thought that was really funny.
Genuine gasp of a reaction when that snake went overboard.
Oh, really?
Genuine, like, oh my god! I was like, oh holy shit! Just because the way they set that up too, with like the night before being, you see the connection between the handler and his snake and whatever. Genuine, like, oh fuck, reaction out of me. So, and you know what, as a pet lover and animal lover, I felt for that guy, man. I mean, that was his best friend.
For me, unfortunately, if you saw any of the trailers for this movie, you saw
the trailer, right?
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Anything that was like an actual. Well, I mean, all I did was watch the first one, and like it immediately takes like at least 3 pretty pinnacle like jokes or punchlines, and they even if they flash them, you already it's like one of those things. As soon as you know where you're at in a scene, and you realize that it hasn't started where you saw the preview at, then you know it's gonna be the end, and then it ends up being the punchline. And so I think that took a lot away from this, where in most cases I do say, and I have gone on record saying that, you should stay away from most trailers after the first one, which I do a very good job at. Yeah. And obviously I didn't watch anything for this one because I already was kind of suspecting that I wasn't going to overly care for this one, which obviously, changes my opinion a little bit, but
sure.
I think I do a pretty good job at trying to stay relatively non-biased. And I only saw the first trailer, but immediately it takes like 3 things out from the actual film.
That's a bummer.
So
yeah, I think I must have caught like
So I don't watch trailers. Just black them out, people.
Shut up.
Just stop watching them.
I don't watch trailers.
Genuinely, I think we're all kind of at that point at this point.
Yeah, back me the fuck up. Back me, shut the fuck up.
No, like there's so many movies nowadays where like I just don't watch the trailers, and like there's stuff that I've been caught by surprise by now that's like come out and be like, oh
Yeah.
that came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And not watching trailers anymore. I don't know,
I mean,
man.
I'm telling you, dude, since watching trailers, my enjoyment of movies has just gone up quite a bit. I only watch a trailer if I like I'm only watch a trailer if I like have no like it's more so if I'm like on a like between two movies and I don't really know what either one is, or if I'm on like streaming and I'm like not sure what something is at all. And even then, I only watch about 10 to 20 seconds until I can get the vibe of the movie, and then I turn it off because I already know what to expect enough.
I watch more older trailers for movies now because I have to
Those
show
are more
them
fun to watch.
Leah.
Yeah, I mean, like I do think
if she wants to watch it or not.
I do think there's been there is a trend and there's a change in trailers that you can definitely like see.
Trailer editing has its own kind of periods and trends and stuff like that. I mean, it for sure does.
I used to date a girl that like she was like, I want to be a trailer editor, like thing, like that's my thing.
I would love to do that. I would, but I wouldn't because it would require me to
myself. From her, I found out there's definitely it's like the trailer company a lot of times is like completely separate, and then someone's just like, hey, we got a movie coming out, here it is, like you need to generate buzz for it, and they like pull 3 or 4 things.
This is
like,
what we're giving you, and you do whatever the fuck you can.
Right,
with it.
and then like the directors will be like, well, this is fucking bullshit. This gives away the whole movie, and the marketing team's like, don't care. Like,
don't care.
We're out of time and we're out of money. Ship it.
It's the bit with Sydney Sweeney in a bikini. Doesn't matter. Fucking put it on there. Like,
it'll sell. It'll literally sell. Sydney Sweeney.
Did you know Sydney Sweeney has big boobs? Now you do.
Euphoria season 3. Like,
yeah, exactly. No, that's literally the fucking.
I know why Adam was so adamant about watching that show. I know why he liked that show.
Dog shit show.
Listen.
He was so hyped on it. He's like, dude, Euphoria is number
it's
one.
A great
and
show.
Then I found out you just see her boobs, and that's why.
Hate it.
You see it for like barely any time at all.
So what, dude?
I'm an avowed Euphoria hater.
I know it's sad.
I've never watched it, so.
Yeah, so what are you talking about? You're talking shit for no reason.
Garbage show.
Says the guy who's on record saying, I'll never like a movie before 1970.
And I took it back. You know what? I owned up to it. And I retracted that statement. All right? People can change, Ty. Kai Cenat's reading on stream, all right? Self-improvement is trendy now.
Yeah, I heard about that the other day as well too. What's he reading?
Just read
is
on
he
their
like
own.
reading Moby Dick, or is it like
I'm pretty sure
David
he's reading
Goggins?
Atomic Habits.
Oh,
from,
of course
like,
he
the
fucking
half
is.
Screen grab I saw. I think that's what he started with.
I
could be
can't
wrong.
tell
I could be
you
totally off,
how
so I don't
many
know for
fucking
sure.
men come in and buy all of the self-help books. Bro, like it's like I cannot describe it to you. It's just like, oh, you're a dude. Okay, you're either here for Lord of the Rings or for all the shit in the back.
Fantasy, manga, Legos, or self-help.
Or David Goggins. Expand your horizons, friend.
Genuinely, when I want to be on record, I am actually like happy for Kai Cenat to do that because I do think it's kind of. I mean,
it's good. Like
some people have clowned him for it, and I'm like, honestly, dude, good on you. Because
I don't have any
owning up to the fact that you want to be more well-read and well-spoken, and then publicizing that journey like this. Because people
Kai
make
Cenat
fun of
seems
other
cool.
people for being illiterate and stuff all the time.
I think he seems like a genuine person, but I can't help to think that this is like an industry plant kind of move.
Could be.
Like, I'm just going to rebrand myself because it's what's going to make me money. And
I mean, I definitely think there's been some backlash to the like the Aiden Rosses and the like all that of the world, and like I think people are trying to separate themselves from that, and that's where this kind of stuff comes in. But like if you're going to be like, hey man, maybe you should pick up a book, I'm not going to hate you for that. That's probably a pretty good plan for most folks. Like
yeah. Anaconda, sorry.
Anaconda.
Tangent.
A little bit. I mean, this is a bit of sizzle. Not really.
How good was I loved the bit when they're showing the old home movie and they're just cursing every other word. And I think someone's like, man, we really took Pulp Fiction a little too seriously. Something like that. Because that's so like I think
is that what it's called?
everyone
The Squatch?
What'd you say?
Squatch.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but of course I remember like sixth grade when everyone was like, we can curse and like when people aren't like parents and adults aren't around and like we can just get away with it. And it was
I'm
just
of the
unloading
generation
just as much as we could.
All of those
all the
videos
time.
for me are on YouTube somewhere. Like they're out there, folks. You could find me acting and cursing out there. But
it's great.
Yeah, I mean there's definitely something about that age where you're like starting to create for yourself and like with your friends and that kind of stuff, and it's all dog shit, but like you don't have any supervision, so you can push those boundaries on stuff as well too. So everyone's super bloody and cussing all the time and everything. I thought that was great. I thought the peeing scene, which was hysterical, felt like it was like,
oh, that was awesome.
That genuinely felt like they were like, oh man, we've made the movie and it's an hour and 5 minutes. We need a 5-minute scene of just comedy that we can do, and it really feels like they just put all of that together. But it's very funny.
That was a good one. No, it's a good bit. It's definitely a good bit.
Steve Zane's,
that's the thing. This movie
for years like has just been in that
like
perfect level of famous,
and I missed him.
Where you're just like, oh, I know who that guy is, but like, I'm never gonna be like, oh, where's Steve Zane? What's he doing? Like,
shout out Daddy Daycare, because that's the movie I most know him from. He's so good in that movie, and that movie is great and holds up. I don't know if you guys have watched that in the last decade, but it holds up for sure.
I knew him most from
he's good.
The Sahara movie with Matthew McConaughey and Penelope Cruz.
Awesome.
Okay. Noted. I feel like I've seen that.
Probably. It used to be one of the demos we had at work. It was like the earliest one you could get.
Huh. Trying to think what I don't know. Not gonna lie, like I said in the non-spoilers, some of the bits just were kind of
they didn't all hit
for me.
Yeah, they definitely didn't all hit.
And like the tone, the comedy tone changed so much.
Sure, I think
I felt like
Tandewee Newton's not given enough to do. Like, she's an incredible actress. Like she
100%.
Do anything.
She kind of is just like, why is she here almost? You know what I mean? Like, she's not really given much comedy to work with. She's not really given much as a character, which is unfortunate because I think she's great. So I 100% agree. I don't think she was given as much as she could have been. And it would have been great to see her do some comedy stuff too, if like they'd really given her a little bit more to work with.
Her and the Daniela Melchior character could have had something there. Like, and I mean, that's very like, she's barely a character as well too. Like, all of that stuff is super vague. You don't know who's really chasing who for so long, and like the twist of what happens, like, okay, sure. It's like, that's fine. That's the other big name actor in here as well too. I think Blake said in his review that it was like a 2.5, that he like bumped up to a 3 for the Ice Cube cameo, and then later on the J-Lo cameo.
We can read his really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Blake spoiler review. A solid 2.5 film that gets bumped to a 3-star comedy just for the Ice Cube cameo. Kudos for the J-Lo cameo post credits as well. Can't really tell you what this is about besides some dudes making a requel ? Making a requel of Anaconda with some genuinely funny parts. I thought pee was only for jellyfish. No, it's all animals. I'm not peeing on him. I'm in a jumpsuit. Entire scene is gold. And then that's it. But then he gives his ranking, which we'll get to in a bit. But yeah, it seems like he was in agreement of the peeing scene, which I think we can all agree was
no, that's all animals.
The Buffalo Sober too was great. Just
Buffalo
beer and wine and like just beer and wine and like the light liquors, but not all of them. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know. There's not too much more to this movie at the end of the day.
But it's like it's one
Um,
of those things where like it feels weird because it is like kind of unique at this point, but like this is the kind of
Sure.
comedies we used to get all the time, kind of thing, you know?
Right. Yeah. You got four, well-known actors, I would say. Kind of just coming together to make a fun, weird movie that doesn't always make a lot of sense, but like, you know, it's a good time at the end of the day. Comedies are so hard to come by these days that like it's unfortunate that we don't get more of
Yeah.
these, especially in theaters too. I think to
think
Blake's point, like the comedy releases in theaters, you just don't get them as much. The comedies are much safer on streaming for the most part. It feels like,
yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think that's something that sets this one apart, and I enjoy that about it.
yeah. And I mean, so I went to see this Friday night, which would have been like 2 or 3 weeks after initial
Sure.
release, and they shoved us into the back, me and my dad, into the back room of like literally the last theater of Barrington.
What kind of movie theater you guys going to?
Barrington, man.
They
Shoved us in.
They just
They
fucking
shoved it-
shoved us in there.
They said they scanned our tickets and they said, "Uh-oh, come with me."
They opened a door and they
and-
had brooms.
Yeah,
and they pushed us
Yeah,
in.
exactly. Yeah, they just kept hitting me. But yeah, it was like in one of the mini theater, like the small theaters they have at Barrington that you can like rent out for the private screenings and stuff.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah, we've been. And when I booked my tickets that morning, it was just the two of us in the theater. I walked in, sold out. Every seat was filled, which is, of course, is only like 20 people. But
Still.
I was like, okay, cool. 2 weeks after release, this is getting some people out to see it. So
Excuse me.
I was happy to see that. So I'm hoping this is doing well in the box office. I haven't seen too much on the numbers, but not saying I want another one of these necessarily. Just want another type of this movie. I want more studios
Yeah.
to make these kind of things. Because dude, you know what?
Sure.
In terms of theater going experience, I do miss
The comedy.
watching
the broad comedy.
comedies in the theater and
Yeah.
like hearing the jokes that other people are laughing at and just laughing along with strangers and stuff like that. Like it's awesome. It's fun. It is one of the better theater going experiences that you can have, in my opinion. Is like hearing the jokes that are making other people laugh or laugh hard, or like things that you didn't find funny that other people do. Like I just really enjoy that. And like and like it's almost weird watching. I watched this and I saw No Other Choice a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was just last week, but that's like a South Korean like dark comedy kind of
Okay.
thing. And it's Park Chan Wook, is that his name?
Oh.
Old Boy director.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like him.
It was good. We can talk about that and what we're watching. But I was watching that and like, dude, I was just letting it fly. Like there was some hilarious bits in that movie and like not a lot of other people laughing. And I was like, I do not care. This is hilarious. This is so
Sure.
funny. And I don't know why other people are laughing. I think comedy in a foreign language
Comedy
film
is
can be hard
cultural
too.
for sure.
Yeah, it can be hard. It can be hard. And so I've had a little bit more training in that regard. And I don't know if some of the people in there were not on board with it, or maybe they just didn't find it funny. I don't know. But man, I love laughing even if no one else is laughing in the theater. Because it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a good time. I really want more comedies in the theater. So I'm gonna do my best to personally support that as much as I can. And hopefully we get more stuff like this,
Well, folks.
All right. Any other big thoughts here, guys?
No.
I was shaking his head for audio listeners. Cool. Let's head to spoilers and into our ranking portion of the podcast. We're going to go ahead and throw up Anaconda up upon our Entropy list. For those of you who do not know, the Entropy list is Back Row Banter's official list of all the movies we have reviewed, regardless of genre, regardless of anything else, all on one fantastic list. It's essentially how we rate our movies. Rather than do it out of 5 stars, out of 10, whatever it is, we throw up all the movies we review on a list and see how they compare to one another. If you want to reference the Entropy list for yourself, you can do so by checking the episode description, where it is linked to my Letterboxd. once again forgot to kind of wrap in that tiering portion of the Entropy list. There are tiers now that help you better identify the kind of quality of movie that we are referencing when we do rank it. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more of a reference of what our ranking means in the grand scheme of all things movie and film. Cool. Anaconda. Where are we going with this one? This, I think, despite us being pretty positive on it, is probably going to get
to the bottom.
fucking buried. Unfortunately.
It's just hard to be a comedy and still rank high.
It is.
Yeah.
I think comedies have to really stand out, like a Tropic Thunder. To
you
really,
got to be a game changer.
Yeah, you really got to be standing the test of time, and I don't think this is going to be one of those movies. Maybe time will tell.
Be something people think about after.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to really get this in a good position here, but I'm going to do my best. And I'm going to say I'm going to go with 201, below Fantastic Four, First Steps, and above Caught Stealing. Just to give you guys a little bit more time if you're still deliberating. Blake did give us his ranking. He's going to go at 178, and that is below Last Breath and above Black Widow.
I think I'm going to be at 189, below Tenet, above Thunderbolts.
Okay.
I think I'm going to be at 217 below Forgetting Sarah Marshall, because that is a far better comedy in my opinion.
Great fucking movie.
Yeah. We need to move that up.
I don't know why it ever got so low, to be honest with you.
We did it relatively early, and I think it was just one of those things where it just got pushed down.
Yeah.
Just got pushed down. Just unfortunate. But I think we did that year one.
Yeah, you're probably right.
First
it
comedy
still feels like
that was like
that's
the first
a movie
comedy we ever did.
Every time I watch it, I feel like I watched it like a month and a half ago. Like it just, for some reason, it just sticks with me for sure.
Yeah, no,
we should get him to the Greek up here.
I haven't seen that one.
A film full of canceled people at this point.
Right.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
It's like Jonah Hill, Russell Brand, Diddy.
Diddy.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, you know what? We'll take it. We'll rethink that. We'll put that one in the back burner.
It'd be one for the most toxic.
It is still funny as shit.
All right. Well, with all that being said, that is going to land Anaconda at 197. Sorry, it's 196.25.
0.25
ranking. So it puts us below The Blackening and above Ballerina at 197, which feels appropriate. Tier list wise, tier list wise, we are looking at what is this purple tier here? That is the C tier.
It's time to
C tier.
Duel.
C tier movie, gents. It's at the damn near the bottom of the C tier, which feels okay to me. It just barely cleared C tier by like 2 spots. So
I believe in the heart of the cards.
Yugi.
Cool.
Adam, were
That's
you more
the review segment?
Were you a Pokemon guy or were you a Yu-Gi-Oh guy? I feel like you would have been
growing up.
Yeah, right in the middle.
No, growing down. Look at you.
I just thought if you meant like right now, like
I know,
10 years ago. Growing up, what do you think?
I feel like you're right in the sweet spot for Yu-Gi-Oh.
I honestly don't know if you liked either. I don't know if you were in the zeitgeist of either of those. I don't know if like either one of those was like your
think he
bread
was
and
a
butter.
Ben
I feel
10
like
guy.
yeah, there might have been.
I was a
Yeah.
Ben 10
There
guy.
might have
That's a
been some
great
other
pull.
things on your radar. Some Danny
I-
Phantom type shit.
Danny Phantom,
I
I think,
love
is
Danny
still
Phantom
too
too.
old. Like
No,
he
I
would
love
have,
Danny Phantom.
like
Danny
it would have been
Phantom's
too
cool.
old for him at that point.
Danny Phantom.
Yeah, they just weren't that big. Like
Yeah.
they were still big, but they weren't like mass. Because like both of them have and like Yu-Gi-Oh has fallen off way harder than Pokemon has.
For
It
sure.
doesn't get talked about anywhere close to as much anymore. But Pokemon's always had like this thing where it's just like waves
since the
nobody
90s.
talks about
Yeah.
it, and then it just picks way up, and then nobody talks about it, and then it's crazy. So it might have just been
It's in between.
coming
you
off
think?
of yeah.
You.
So you tell us. I mean, you know.
So it's a bit of like all of the above, or like you're right. I'm stuck right in the middle. So my brothers, like when I was very young, were in the
Pokemon.
midst of Pokemon
Yeah.
and stuff. So I kind of hopped on that train a little bit, but then eventually, the kids I started hanging out with my age, that was Yu-Gi-Oh. We definitely did Yu-Gi-Oh more, hunting that blue eyes white dragon. You know what I'm saying?
Never got one of those.
I don't know. Yeah.
I had one.
I had Red Eyes
I
Black
have
Dragon.
no idea.
I had Blue Eyes.
kinda
I had Red
think I had
Eyes,
one of those too.
Dark Magician.
Dark
Yeah,
Magician was my shit, for sure.
I don't think I ever played either Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, the card game, by the proper rules. I don't think I ever
Loser.
understood how that worked. I just liked collecting the cards, especially, I mean, if that thing was shiny, I mean, there's nothing more sacred in the world than that shiny Yu-Gi-Oh card. And then Ben 10, funny enough, that was also a big phase of my life where I had the little Ben 10 plastic wristband that you could like turn and then smash, and then it
It's
would play
called
the
an
noise.
Omnitrix.
Omnitrix, yep.
I was gonna say
My bad.
that was definitely where my knowledge ended. I was not a Ben 10 guy, but Tyler, as the older brother here, pulled it around.
I liked Ben 10 enough to the point where like they had this website. I think it was maybe on like Nickelodeon or whatever the channel broadcasts it, but like you could like create and customize your own Ben 10 monsters or whatever. And I was
like
just doing it
Neopets,
all
but
day,
for
every day.
Ben 10.
And I would print out my monster designs, but I would do it in full color. And I did so many of them that I ran my printer dry ink, and my parents were not happy because obviously color is not cheap. So I printed so many different monster designs that I ran my printer out of ink, and my parents were pissed. And they were like, black and white only now. And I was like, fine, but that kind of
My first computer games were about math.
Oh yeah. I had
mine was Webkins. Did you guys ever do Webkins?
my brother did. That was not
No,
me.
my sister did.
Yeah, Webkins was huge.
Mine was like a Mickey Mouse. There's a Mickey Mouse Disney game on the Windows 98 on a floppy disk that I could put in there, and it was like you counted up to 10, and Mickey was going to like into town basically, and each number he would
Had
stop
some
at a
like
different place.
construction games.
Sure, yeah.
Definitely a lot of math games. There was also this other game where I remember if you were doing math like really well, then like this little lizard would like run across the water.
Hell yeah.
And you got to like, well, actually, no, sorry. It didn't have anything to do with math. You got to like it had like sliders on the side, and you got to basically be like, are its
How
feet
much
this
power?
big, or is
Yeah,
its
yeah.
tail this
Sure,
big?
sure,
And
sure.
then you see how far it runs over the water.
Hell yeah.
Dude, killer.
Well, it's probably all
Next
our
week's
thoughts
review, by the way.
on Anaconda.
Yeah, next week's review will be Blues Brothers. This is Nathaniel's extra belated birthday pick, but we have to get it on here. This was supposed to be reviewed almost a month ago at this point, but it never happened. So here we are. I don't remember where that is potentially streaming. Let me find out.
Oh, I think we had it rented.
Yeah, I think that sounds right. The Blues Brothers, I should clarify, from 1980. Does
Amazon?
look like it. It's saying it might be on Prime. Yeah, it
Okay.
might be on Prime. If not, it is available for rent, but there are options. It's looking like on Prime, so I'm optimistic about that.
And then the week
Hey,
after
go
we
check
do
that out.
28 years, right?
Join us.
The Bone Temple.
Let me pull up the schedule. I think it might be. Is there a week in between that?
I think the new one
It is indeed on Prime. Can confirm.
Cool. It is, yes. So we're doing 28 years later, and then 28 years Bone Temple double feature ep in person, most likely.
Right.
The week prior or the week following, just to give the listeners a bit of a heads up in case you want to prep for that.
Might be a little late on that episode,
so yeah.
too.
That's the 30th.
That's when we're planning on recording, correct?
Okay. For sure.
So for listeners seeing Bone Temple this weekend and wondering why we don't have a review up for next week, we're gonna get to it. Just be patient. Cool. But Blues Brothers next week. I'm excited to check that out.
For sure.
So. Okay. What we're watching, fellas. We got some time to kill. No Other Choice. Saw that. I think it was last week. Might have been the week before, but either way, I don't know. I think it was last week. I'm pretty sure about that. Anyway, good movie. I wanted to like it more than I did. It was getting quite a bit of hype online. So I maybe raised my expectations too high, but runtime was just a little bit long. Was kind of my main gripe. I think there are some scenes and sequences that drag on pretty long, and don't fully justify them being that long. But overall, like, really fun movie, really funny at times. Handles dark comedy really well, where it's pretty serious and in kind of message and subject matter, but also it does a good job of blending in the comedy. So that's my first Park Chung. I want to make sure I'm getting his name right. I think it's Park
You haven't seen Old Boy?
I've not seen Old Boy. It's been on my watch list at like the top of my watch list. Park Chung Wook.
Do you know?
Is the name I'm looking for.
Do you know?
But
Old
that's
Boy?
like. Do I know of it?
Yeah, you know, like the twist and everything.
No. Why would I know the twist of Old Boy?
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
What a twist!
Why would you tell me there's a twist? I didn't even know there was a twist. Now I'm going to be looking for one. Son of a bitch.
Sorry,
what I have seen of Old Boy is
twist
like
happens
the
early.
side. Okay, cool. Is like the side scroll fight sequence.
Sure.
Clip,
Okay.
which is what got me so intrigued about that movie, because I was like, this is awesome. But yeah, that clip
I thought
came up
for
on my
sure
timeline.
we'd done Old Boy for the pod, but yeah, we can absolutely do Old Boy at some point.
Dude, I'm putting that on a short list because like that would be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I see the Letterboxd reviews on Old Boy are like, there goes my phone. Are very high.
It's
so
definitely
I would
one.
Be interested.
I'll be very interested to see where your take on it is now. Is one that like I think I saw or I found out as about like as a 16, 17-year-old, and then like maybe saw as like a 19, 20-year-old, and definitely felt like it affected me. I'd be interested to see how you feel about it now overall.
Sure. But yeah, No Other Choice is good. I don't know if it's still in theaters, but if it is, you should go see it. I'd recommend.
For sure.
I mentioned Train Dreams briefly last week.
I remember you saying that.
Also check that out. Yeah, that's on Netflix. Fantastic movie. I went back and increased my rating on Letterboxd because it was a movie I kept thinking about, and I was like, that's a sign that I probably should rate it higher. So I moved up from a 4 to a 4.5. But yeah, really, really good movie. Highly recommend. And then some other bit of sizzle for you, Nathaniel. Kyle Tucker just signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah. Good news is, I mean, Cubs signed Bregman the other day, so that's cool.
Yeah, I know. My brother texted me about that, but yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, what do the Dodgers need? Why do the Dodgers need Kyle Tucker? What the fuck are they trying to replace at this point?
They don't. Yeah, their potential lineup is Shohei, Mookie, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, Kyle Tucker, Teoscar Hernandez, Max, Muncy, Tommy Edman, and Hyaka-san Kim.
Yeah, so just fucking killers up and down that entire lineup.
Yeah, I mean there's not an easy at bat. I mean, there wasn't really last year either. I forgot who was in their outfield that was kind of
and then they still get fucking injured and never make it to the fucking playoffs. So
well, are they getting
Dodgers.
Injured, or are they preventing injury to save everyone for the playoffs because they know the regular season doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter. They still lose.
Make the playoffs.
They had one World Series in the last 5 years, and they've been every time.
But they went back to back.
Yeah, in 2020, which doesn't count, in 2021.
Yeah,
No, they just won back to back, 2025 and 2024.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kyle Tucker's deal is essentially 4 years for $240 million.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
bullshit.
and I bet 80% of that is deferred. So.
Right. Yeah, they haven't paid anyone yet, but like in 4 years, the Dodgers are not going to have any money, so it doesn't matter. But like,
sell the team, not your problem.
I guess. Yeah, it's fuck the Dodgers until I die, and then
Same.
basically,
My girlfriend thrifted a Dodgers shirt, and I said, "You're gonna have to throw that out. I'm sorry, I don't know why you bought that. If I ever see you in that, I will make you change."
Yeah, at this point, I'd rather you root for the Yankees. To be honest with you, at least you have history
Dude,
there.
I know I would. I mean, it is not. I never thought anything could top my hatred for the Yankees, but the Dodgers have done it. The Dodgers have.
Yeah, I've been an avowed Dodgers hater since like 2004.
I mean, yeah, pretty much
As soon
all
as
my
you said
life
it's
too.
Dodgers, it's hate Dodgers till I die. I immediately started thinking of Green Street Hooligans.
Sure, absolutely. Another
Where
one
they're
we could
just
probably
yelling,
put on the
West
pod.
Ham till
I die.
West Ham till I die. I am West Ham till I die.
Have you seen that, Adam?
Early Elijah Wood.
Oh yeah.
And Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
It's
Dude.
like pre-Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
Wow, Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's actually pretty good.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in that kind of Remember the Titans era, I feel like.
Oh my god, the Anaconda just regurgitated fucking what's his face's body. And then he winks.
Anyways, I've been watching, or I think, did I say what we were watching last week? Have any?
I don't know if we did. We might have just briefly gone over some stuff because I
gonna
think I
say.
remember I just said I've just been watching anime, which is still also.
That's right. You were saying that
pretty much all
you're
I've been
you're
watching.
just clocking anime. I said
I'm-
Into the
I'm
Dragon,
jealous.
which I did see. And then
What was it?
Into the Dragon, the Bruce Lee.
Mm.
And then I did a little 2025 retrospective. I rewatched Superman and I rewatched Weapons
Nice.
as well too.
How we feeling? I haven't
Pretty
rewatched
good.
either.
I think I liked Superman more on the rewatch. Weapons, like obviously so much is built on that first watch of it too, where you just like
Yeah.
you're exploring and understanding more. That being said, I still definitely liked it overall, and like I'm so excited to see what Zach Cregger does next. Like that's
Same.
definitely, and like watching it was definitely a throwback to my theater watching experience where I had such a great time with it as well too.
I'm nervous to rewatch that movie. Like that Amazon sale for the 4K Blu-rays of like 3 for $33.
Yeah.
Like I
mean, for $11,
despite
I
having-
definitely thought it was worth it. Like, I have no problems with that.
I mean, my 3 were F1, Sinners, and Mickey 17, which
Sure.
were, you know, just ones that I know I'll want to rewatch more than Weapons. But I'm just like, the thought of rewatching Weapons makes me nervous because I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I did on that first watch.
What I will
Really.
say is that like it is fun to watch and be like, oh, okay, like I kind of understand what's happening. I kind of understand the timeline and like kind of watching it
Sure.
from that perspective overall.
Fair.
And
And
there's
there's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, and there's definitely that element of like, wow, I'm just really impressed with how this director is deciding to weave all of this in and
Right.
where he's deciding to like structure everything, and so that's really good.
Right.
And the performances are all really good as well too. I would definitely say that. So I would say like on a rewatch, I maybe got like 80% of the experience that I got in theaters. But yeah, I would definitely still feel like I think Weapons in theaters was maybe my favorite experience of 2025. Avatar was
It was a
definitely
good
up there too.
theater movie.
Ooh.
Avatar's got to be it for me.
Avatar was definitely up there as well too. But like that was just like I just remember everyone in the theater being like on the same page for Weapons, and I thought
Sure.
that was really great.
Final Destination Bloodlines actually might be.
Yeah,
my
that was another
favorite.
one too.
That was such a good viewing experience, theater viewing experience.
I'm so happy you
So
enjoyed
fun.
that too, especially coming
man, it was
into
a
the
great
final
time.
Final Destination franchise. I feel like you really got
Yeah.
the like you
really
got the
got it
spirit.
now.
Yeah. Of
Yeah,
Final
no,
Destination.
I didn't watching 1 and 3, but now like I really want to go back and rewatch all of them with the understanding of like what those meant in those moments.
Sure.
For their respective
I would say like
audiences
the
and
majority
generations.
of them are worth it. 4 is definitely the low point.
Okay.
For
Yeah,
sure.
and I remember you guys saying that. But I'll have to get through it just for the sake of getting through it.
Yeah,
but-
I mean it's like an hour 45 at the worst. Like it's not
okay,
it's not
that's good at
crazy.
least.
But yeah, that's what I've been watching. We're still another week or two away from the UFC showing up on Paramount. So got the sumo going right now, Love my sumo. That's been what I've been watching.
Cool. Ty, what you been watching?
Just anime.
Yeah, just anime.
Yep. I finished My Hero.
Sure.
Okay.
Just
Is that a rewatch?
incredible.
How do you feel about the ending?
It's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, they're done
Yeah.
making that show?
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. How many seasons then did they end with? 4 or 5?
or
4.
6. Okay.
Okay.
I thought it was 4 with like 3 movies or 4
Yeah,
movies,
probably
so it
somewhere
makes
in
it
there.
feel
I- like,
so
yeah.
basically 5 or
Yeah.
6.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched the
Got
anime
it.
in a little while, but I definitely read the manga. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Everyone goes off. It goes crazy. Obviously, some more emotional parts there too, which is always great when you can get that from an anime. But yeah, overall, very, very good. Top tier. If you're someone that's like just kind of getting into anime, you're looking for something very easy to pick up, very easy to understand. It's definitely up there for me, for sure. With new age animes.
Definitely one.
And then
Definitely
go
one
ahead.
I'll always treasure from our time together.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that definitely came out when we were kind of doing our thing. If you can, nobody can see it, but just right above your little corkboard there,
It's true.
I got you that painting. My cousin actually painted it. But yeah, it's All Might doing United States of Smash, which is just
United
fucking
States of
epic.
Smash. Definitely.
It's so good.
It's one of my top moments.
Yeah, dude. We were fucking basically standing on the coffee table, just fucking
Yeah.
putting our fists up in the air.
I'll put my
going
back into it
fucking-
this time.
Yeah. Going fucking ultra in the
Yeah.
living room.
Hell yeah.
And then I also ran through solo leveling, so I'm caught up on that too. Which is,
I've heard
pretty-
that's really good.
yeah, it's good. I think last week like I said, it just kind of makes me want to do a rewatch of Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Which-
one. That's like my OG anime. That's the one that got me into anime. Period. When it came out. So
yeah,
I
Sword
have a
Art's
huge
pretty
soft
special,
spot.
man. So I definitely it definitely gets a lot of great. Like a lot of people, like if you were at like an anime convention and you were like, oh yeah, Sword Art's like my number one, you might get some foul looks. Like some people
That's
might
cool.
think you're an idiot.
Fuck them.
But I also thoroughly enjoy Sword Art, and I also like a majority of the spin-offs that we get from Sword Art. So
Well, I know the second season is like the Alfheim one. Didn't enjoy that, but GGO Gun Gale Online, that one's awesome. Season 3,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That shit was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. I also don't mind the Elfenheim though. So
I don't love the Alfenheim. I really
I'm
don't.
kind of a
but
purist through and through with that show. So I definitely
that's
I like
fine.
all aspects of that show.
I mean, it's not unwatchable, but I just didn't enjoy it that much.
Yeah.
But the gun one is
I totally get it.
sick.
Especially going from like first season to second season, it's like, wait, what happened? This is like not as good, which
Yeah.
is why. Like
Right.
one is so strong. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
peak.
almost sad. It's like disappointing to me that first season isn't 2 or 3. Like I know,
sure.
there
It resolves
that can
itself
lead
so
to
quickly, and I think that
way
was
too fast.
that was when
man.
I was
It's
watching.
so
I was like, wait,
disappointing.
what? Like I
Yeah,
remember
it's like
Tyler showing
that
it to
could have
me.
been 2 or 3 seasons, and it could have been epic and awesome. And instead, there is just a 2-year time jump that we just don't see.
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
along those lines. It's just like, man, like, that's so disappointing because there could have been so much great storylines and storytelling and arcs and stuff, and just so much that you miss out on that I think would have been awesome to show. But I'm glad at least like season 3, I think, paid itself off. And I haven't watched beyond that. I think there's like one other spin-off of that 3rd season, isn't there? There's like GGO : something, I thought. Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's
Have you
called.
seen
either, but
that?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Also good. Yep.
Okay.
So, other than that, it's really just kind of those 2 things that I've been hammering out. I've had Halo in the background just doing like chores and stuff like that. I still stand by what I said. If I look at it as non-canon, it's totally fine. It definitely gives me like super cheesy kind of sci-fi vibes, but I kind of like it in some weird way. So I'm just gonna keep with it. I'll die on that hill.
I
So
just wish it wasn't Halo, man. Like Halo's,
yeah, I
it's
get it,
ripe
dude.
for a good movie or television show. It's like it's not even hard to make that universe good and entertaining to
No,
a
it's not. There's
general
so much source
population.
material.
There's so much
It's
there. I
crazy.
mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
for
there are
sure.
jokes in the Halo like community. I'll put in quotes, whatever you want to say, but like there are jokes of Halo fans of being like, it's actually a book series with some video game spin-offs because there are 20 something books that are all pretty good. I've read maybe 7 or 8 of them, and they're all really good. But like, yeah, there's just a lot to that universe and a lot of stories to tell that are already there that you could just pull from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what
that-
though, it's made me re-download the Master Chief Collection, and
Yeah.
I'm probably
Dude.
gonna do a run through of that soon, and just do like campaign of like 1, 2, 3 ODST reach.
Can we do lands? Can we like do like once a month lands? Or I don't know. We should figure
you
that
want
out.
to do like
Overnight
full fucking
like
LAN parties? I'm fucking
sleepovers,
down.
like sleepovers where we get Mountain Dew and Doritos and we play those campaigns. I've been
Look at
I've
this
been
base I
dying to
have.
play those. I mean, yeah, man. I've been dying to play those campaigns again. Like genuinely like itching for someone to play them with. So
I'm down.
we should talk because I'd be so
Well,
down
the
to
new
coordinate that.
one is coming out where they're completely like from the ground
Right,
up.
the
rebuilt.
combat evolved
Yeah.
one. Yeah, I kind of want to. That's what I'm like almost waiting for. Is like maybe I get that and I start my replays of them all with that one.
Because that will be like full blown
remake.
co-op, remake from the ground up, graphics, everything.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to wait for that one or if you're.
I
just
mean,
gonna
I'm still
rip on it
hooked right now. I'm probably gonna do this like relatively soon, but I
Fair,
will
fair.
absolutely. I'm like, dude,
that
Halo
one
is
comes
one
out,
of
we
those
should run
things
it,
where
though.
I can just not get enough of, and it's
Same.
such a shame that Infinite fell so far from what we all wanted.
Yeah, man. Don't have to get me started.
I know.
Actually, I've never played the Infinite campaign. Funny enough, I mean, I've played.
I did when it first
thousands of
came out. That
hours
was the
of
first thing I did.
game,
It's like
but I've
anytime I
never
get one of
played
those
that
games, it's the
campaign.
first thing I do.
It should have been, but I was just so I mean, every time I logged on, I was just itching to play multiplayer,
Yeah.
obviously. So it just never happened. And now, though, I'm excited that happened because now I can play all the campaigns through and then play that. I have something new, like brand new to play once I do that to finish it off with. So I'm kind of excited to do that.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. But yeah, I'm down. We can put it on the books. We can do it either in person, like once a week, if you end up wanting to come over that much, or we can, just link up online. I'll be honest with you. I literally needed to uninstall stuff to download Master Chief Collection, so I uninstalled F1, and I'm like, this career's over. I'm like, he's never gonna drive again. The kid hurt his shoulder. He's out. He's done. He sunnied me. He's just an old washed up race car driver who just crashes all the time. He can't get his head on straight.
It's honestly, yeah, it's a lot of things that should be discussed off pod. It is something I think about actually often of like, man, I want to hit up Tyler to be like, let's get on. And like, I have so few opportunities to even do that. Like, I'll be like, this should show you how little I've gamed or like had time to do so, which is I've played Battlefield 6 one time.
I installed it
one time.
for the BR and literally played like 2 games by myself. That was one of the other ones where I'm like, yeah, nobody's on. I'm never downloading this game again. Like I just uninstalled it. So But you actually bought the game. I didn't even buy the game. I just did
I
the
paid
free battle royale, and I never.
and I was
played
so
it, so.
convinced I was going to play a lot of it that I bought like the advanced
I
version
know,
that
dude. You
came
took
with
a
the battle
fucking day
pass.
off for launch day, and it never happened.
Yeah, and then I just ended up having other stuff I had to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, man, fucking I hate
No,
being an
I've
adult.
come to terms with it that a lot of people that I used to game with are just in like a current stage of life where like gaming is just not a priority, and I've also been there, so
Yeah.
I totally get it.
I
It
for
just-
sure
it
have
just
gone in and
sucks.
out of it in the
Yeah.
you know, and I mean since like high school and like peak Fortnite and stuff like that. Like once I got into college, it was kind of, and actually I should say since like COVID after COVID, moving into like my fraternity house and stuff.
That's when
was just kinda,
Nathaniel peaked. Nathaniel peaked.
that
gaming
was
in
when he
COVID.
peaked.
Yeah.
That was when he peaked.
He was.
But then
he
it
was
was
jacking in every day, dude.
yeah, that was like a lower point for me, and then Halo came out, and then we obviously know what happened there. And then since I've stopped doing that stuff, it's just kind of been like not a lot grabbing my attention. And
Yeah.
at this point, it's just like I only have so much time and so many movies that I want to be watching and like
I
other
get it,
stuff
bro.
I'm trying to get into. So it's unfortunate, but it happens sometimes. So
I get it.
yeah.
I've
Any
always
other
said gaming will end up being one of my last hobbies that I do, regardless of like what's going on in my life, whether like we have a kid or we're moving, or like if I have to give up hobbies like golf or like Pokemon cards or like anything, like gaming will probably be one of the last things that I will give up.
yeah. I mean, I still want to, and like
Yeah,
Enjoy-
every
enjoy
time I see
playing,
that
you know what
you're
I mean?
on, I'm like, oh, these are his roommates. He's not even on.
Oh yeah, my roommates are running NCAA and FIFA
Yeah.
all the time. So like most of the time, I mean, and occasionally I'm playing with them
Yeah.
NCAA. And like me and my other roommate have run Black Ops Zombies a handful of times since moving in, which has been a blast when we've played. But yeah, most of the time that's my
A
roommates.
blast.
Yeah, it was a good time.
A good time.
Yeah, when it snowed, that snowstorm we got after Thanksgiving, that's all we did. We just like got a bunch of stuff,
Nice.
like supplies and hot cocoa. Like we made some like hot cocoa with rum chata in it. I mean, it was awesome. And then we just booted up Xbox.
Nice,
It was
dude.
a
White
great
Girl
time.
Winter, dude. Good for you,
Dude,
guys.
it was awesome. I mean, I felt so bougie. I was like, damn. I mean, bring me back, dog. We're playing Ascension, OG Black Ops, like good times. Anyway, that's enough.
I'm down. Hit me
reminiscing
up.
and nostalgia. All right,
Let's
we'll
do
talk.
it.
We'll talk. Let's move on out of here. Thank you all for listening to this here episode and this here podcast. If you've made it this far in the episode and you're listening to me say this, we really appreciate you listening, especially all the way into what are we at? About an hour and a half here we're coming up on. But yeah, we really appreciate it. Thank you, and you're our favorite type of listener, of course. If you want to do us a favor, you can share the podcast with friend, family, or a fellow movie lover or a wedding film maker. Just anyone you can. We'd love to grow, and we need your help to do so. So do that. Follow us on Twitter, Banter Row, YouTube, we're just Back Row Banter, and our email is backrowbanterpod@gmail.com if you want to send us one of those. We have time for the personal plugs. I'm on Letterboxd at AYYSH. My New Year's resolution last year was to use Letterboxd consistently. Checked that off. All right. I was locked in last year for Letterboxd. It is now something that I can't live without or watch movies without. New resolution is to just leave more actual reviews and engage more critically with films instead of just rating them. So I am trying to leave more reviews. Not going to say it's going to be every movie I do, but I am going to try to leave more reviews now. So you can see my recent reviews for Train Dreams and No Other Choice. Those are on Letterboxd if you want to see that there. But that's AYYSH. I'm on Twitter. H24 might delete Twitter soon and just go full to Blue Sky because it's been extra toxic recently, and I just am over it and all the bots. So that's it for me. Nathaniel?
Yeah, so I will be on Blue Sky. I'm no longer on Twitter. Haven't been for a while. And you can find me on Instagram.
Yeah, trending in that direction.
Nathaniel G92 or NS Gingrich. I'm also on Letterboxd as well, too. Tyler Vidalis.
Instagram, Letterboxd, and what's the other one? Oh yeah, X is what I usually play, even though I'm like never on there either. All Tyler Vidals, BID, alias. I think that pretty much wraps us up. Blake
That's
says
it.
bye, everybody. We appreciate you listening. And we'll probably maybe be back next week, full force, or maybe 3 of us. Who knows? Who knows? But we'll be RB.
America. Ready for another lesson.
Oh, I do have tickets. Is that tomorrow? Am I tripping? Or is that next Friday?
Tomorrow's Friday.
I know, but I can't remember the day. Anyways, I got tickets for Lord of the Rings Extended in theaters.
Oh yeah.
Jealous.
And they're also not covered by A-list.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
I
So that's
figured that
a
might not
specific
be one of
event.
those.
Yeah, I was pissed.
Damn. Wait, so which one are you seeing?
Well, they come out like,
It's one day at a time, right?
Sequentially.
yeah, so it's
are you going to all
literally
3?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh fuck.
You're doing all 3?
I don't know. We'll see. It
That'd be
didn't
fucking
like
awesome.
nothing was filled up for Fellowship, and I knew that's the one I wanted to see.
Hmm.
So I have tickets for that tomorrow.
Nice. I would love to go. I'm going to the Cubs convention this weekend, so I got dinner with my dad and brothers tomorrow night, and then Cubs thing all day Saturday, and Sunday seeing Bone Temple and a Bears game.
Bone Temple.
What time do the Packers play this weekend, Ty?
Fucking
I'm gonna leave.
idiot.
Sorry, I had to get that in
I'm
there.
gonna head out.
Yeah, you better.
Well, that's my time.
I watched that game.
All right. Good, as you should. It was a great game, right, Ty?
No, it wasn't.
I was gonna say,
I mean, objectively,
every
though,
Bears
like a
fan-
21-9 point comeback it's a great game.
every Bears fan
It's
I know
rigged.
was unhappy for 3 quarters and like 8 minutes of that
Which
game.
doesn't make sense, right? Like,
That's happened to me
Quarterbacks don't throw for over 300 yards and 4 touchdowns and lose games. Like that just
Well, they
it doesn't make sense. So those
Well, they
odds at halftime and then even in the third quarter, those things were getting fucking hammered up. And then they got enough money and they're like, yeah, fuck it, let the Bears win.
Whatever you
So-
say, man.
The script. It's funny too because I was texting with Joe and Joe even said he's like, if they score right here and the Bears come back, he's like, it's a fucking movie. It's fucking scripted. And then Golden got that touchdown, and then everything.
See, this is
Went to shit from
again.
there.
This is the problem with sports gambling now is that like you have these questions, like, and we might be like tongue in cheek in it a little bit, but like people are gonna start to like get frustrated
Genuinely.
and upset by
And
that
there's-
shit. Like, yeah,
And there's like real. I'm obviously like this game. I'm joking about it a little bit more. Like in my mind, that genuinely doesn't happen, but it obviously did. And I, on film, there's not like a lot of places where I can be like, see, this play didn't happen.
no, but yeah,
But like
yeah.
in other games, there are very specific
Oh,
things
for
that
sure.
are on record with time, with like penalties, like everything, like wild
Yeah.
ass shit.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we talked about it again with the UFC like a couple weeks ago, where it was just like, man, like you really don't know, like
Right.
particularly something
Genuinely.
like that as well too, where it's so, things can. There's so many ways to lose, and there's so many things that can happen in it. Like it's just, it really changed my mind about a lot of that stuff. Like I don't think I'll
Yeah.
bet on the UFC, and like unless it's like 2 fighters that I'm like 100% sure that I know they're both there to show up and throw down kind of these days. Like I'm not taking flyers on dudes I don't know anymore. Like it just
Yeah. And the other thing about it all too is like it doesn't even matter if it's rigged or not. The proximity of gambling to professional sports creates an
it's-
illusion that it could be, and that's enough to tarnish it for people. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like whether the NFL is truly rigged or not, which like I definitely think there's some things that are suspicious for sure. It doesn't matter whether it truly is or not. They have done enough to create the appearance that it could be rigged, and that does enough to kind of tarnish my enjoyment and people's enjoyment of the sport and of the league, and that's not good.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't.
But
need,
it makes the NFL money, so who the fuck
well,
cares?
and I think like we've said a lot, like football, I feel like it's almost maybe even harder. But like baseball or basketball
Right.
or something like that, where it's like
So easy.
the first pitch is a ball, is a strike or something like that. That's where it's just like, man, what are we doing here, folks?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep. Yeah,
Anyways.
it's not that hard.